Okay, I am working on a full wrap water slide. I have my 20-ounce skinny tumbler prepped. I thought this image was beautiful with the marble background, the wifey mama boss, the watercolor florals. I liked everything about this one and I wanted to use it. So I'm going to get this on, and then we're probably going to give this one a little bit of a glitter treatment in addition to a cheat, just to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to give it a soak and get it released from the back. I put these in upside down because they want to curl on themselves and it makes it very difficult to get a full soak on it. So I get it somewhat lined up and I very carefully start working some off of the backer. And I didn't think I was stuck anywhere, but I feel like I might be, which is going to be a problem. You absolutely do not want to pull on this edge of your water slide unless you want to rip it. So I'm not sure what's going on here. So I'm going to fold over the back a little bit. And this is very clear, so some of that color on this cup may actually end up showing through on me. Less than ideal, but you know, it is what it is. So I guess we're applying this one by a different method than I normally do. And I am starting to tear my corner a little bit. I'm going to keep this hanging in the air because I want to try and get this paper back underneath it if I can. There. I know some people can pull their whole water slide right off their sheet and like flap it in the breeze and treat it like a sticker. That doesn't work for me. So, and I'm squeegeeing now as I go simply because of the fact that I had it off the backer and I don't want wrinkles. So I'm getting the squeegee wet. Just to try and prevent any issues. And I do have my fingers on this because I want to try and slide it a little bit towards the bottom. But I think I'm good. So I do have a little bit of a gap at the top. Not a gap, an overlap. Gap is not the word I was looking for. So I will have to clean that up, which is no big deal. If you're going to set your water slide down on something, I highly recommend setting the cup on the slimy side of the water slide paper because it's not going to stick to that. Whereas if you put it on a paper towel, you might end up with the paper towel imprints, things like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and squeegee out any excess water. And I'm gonna set it aside to dry. I like to work both ways in towards the seam from the center. And then I like to blot it with a paper towel. That'll help me feel if there's any bubbles underneath the surface lurking. Like down here, there's a couple. So I can pay a little extra attention to pushing those out. So, I didn't actually rip the corner. I think I just creased it a little bit. And I think with the background, it's not even noticeable. So, I'm going to let this dry. Then I'm going to take my X-Acto and clean up the excess, because I don't know that I'm going to run a flap wheel on this. So, I will be back when it is dry and we are ready for resin and glitter treatment. Okay, this one is dry and ready for resin. So I'm going to put my clear coat on first, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with glitter. And no, I'm not, because I want to put some mixing additive in this. I want to do some touch of rose. So, I'm going to grab my little scooper, and this is the diamond dust, so it's super, super fine. But I'm going to do just a little bit. And try that again. This is the way my day's going. So, it's all good. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Grab a sheet of paper and put it under the cup. So I pulled my Pure Plum, and I do think I'm going to use that. Just a tiny bit scattered around, like all over. So, because it's a good match to this, but I don't want to like overwhelm it. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle a little bit. And just put my glitter down in some epoxy. I'm going to spray some at the bottom. Probably a little heavier at the bottom. Just because there's nothing there. Okay. And I'm also going to use my Dusty Rose Chunky from LMNOP Design Boutique. This I'm going to pour some in a cup. And I'm going to splash some at the bottom. I don't really want full coverage, but I'm going to bring some up from the bottom. Especially in that section where there's no floral. I'm going to do the same at the top, focusing more on where there's no floral. I'm going to get a little bit over the flowers, but not like a ton. And I'm okay with like a couple of randoms on the whole cup. More through that swirl where there's nothing. So that's going to be it. We're going to call this one complete. Done, done, done. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you down so you can see it. It's not going to change at all. It's just going to get another top coat, and basically nothing's going to be different. So, but just scattering that glitter throughout just gave it a little bit more visual interest. The bottom, they're just random. Those flowers are so pretty. The decal is beautiful. And the glitter is just dress it up a little bit. So it's not just another water slide. So that is it for this one. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.